Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I'm here on this show. I'm here to talk about some NFL news, so we're going to get right into it here. So, the first thing is an update about Texans wide receiver Noah Brown. He is, quote, out for Week 11 versus hashtag Cardinals per at KPRC2. Brown caught 13 passes for 325 yards, and they scored the past two games combined. I would say this is a huge loss for the Texans, with not having Noah Brown, who's been really good the past two games. But it's the Arizona Cardinals. I still think they can beat them because they still have Tank Dell. I still think they'll be able to get him a lot more involved with Noah Brown out for this game. They should be able to beat Arizona. So Broncos players such as wide receiver Courtland Sutton shared a Russell Wilson apology form on I think it was on Instagram or Twitter. And then ESPN's Stephen A. Smith tells NFL player Courtland Sutton to, quote, shut the hell up because Sutton posted a support post about Russell Wilson.
Hell no.
Why does Stephen A. always want to keep starting beef, man? For just no reason. Like, he posted a support post about Russell Wilson. It's been way better this year than last year. I still think it's one of the worst trades in NFL history because I don't think he's playing up to that level like he used to. But you can't deny he's playing much better this year than last year. And to tell an NFL player, wide receiver that's on his team to shut down because he posts a support post, yeah, Stephen A's just looking for attention. I guess Stephen A. Smith stoops lower and lower every day. Stephen A. asking one of Russ's little receivers if he even watched the games last year makes me think that Stephen A. did not, in fact, watch any Broncos game. Well, I mean, who would have? Unless you're a Broncos fan. But I guess it's a problem. He'll be a good teammate, I guess, is Stephen A. Smith. He's pissing a lot of fan bases off this year. You have to realize bad press. You have to realize in today's age that's kind of just bad press. It makes sports media, look bad. But whatever. So this is a very interesting topic that came out yesterday. Fox's Carissa Thompson reveals that she makes up sideline reports during the NFL game sometimes. I talked a little bit about this yesterday. The reason I mention this is because she put out a statement. I believe it came out today, which I'll read. Basically, I'm going over the backstory. Basically, when a coach wouldn't come out to talk to her at halftime, or when it was too late and she didn't want to screw up the real report, she would basically make it up. But she actually released a statement that said, okay, let's address the elephant in the room. I have a responsibility to myself and my employees to clarify what is being reported. When on a podcast this week, I said I would make up reports early in my career when I worked as a sideline reporter before I transitioned to my current role. Working in media, I understand how important words are, and I chose the wrong words to describe the situation. I'm sorry. I have never lied about anything or been unethical during my time as a sports reporter. In the absence of a coach providing any information that could further my report, I would use information that I learned and saw during the first half to create my report. For example, if the team was 0 for 7 third down, that would clearly be an area they need to improve on in the second half. And in those instances, I never attributed anything I said to a player or coach. I have nothing but respect for sideline reporters and the tireless work they put in behind the scenes and on the field. I'm only appreciative and humbled to work alongside some of the best in the business and call them some of my best friends. So that's her statement that she put out. It's kind of a non-story, really. I think it's a big deal for people in her field, even if some fans don't care. I guess you can say it's a non-story, but even if some fans don't care, it's a big deal for people, in her field. I mean, I could care less about sideline reports. I'm just trying to watch the football. But if you're going to, do sideline reports, at least give, insightful sideline reports and just don't give fake information. But it's whatever. Like, it doesn't make your coworkers, look good. But she literally contradicted herself, in the statement. Says she made up stuff but never lied, like. I don't know. Maybe I'm just overreacting to a bunch of other people, but if you're gonna say that, you're kind of making, people in that same field, kind of look bad. So, Jets wide receiver Garrett Wilson is questionable for the Bills game on Week 11. He probably wasn't going to get him more than 4 targets anyways, because for some reason they don't throw him the football a lot. When they do, he makes a lot of plays, but for some reason Zach Wilson doesn't target him a lot. So, update. The hashtag Raiders have cut fullback Jacob Johnson. He previously played on the hashtag Patriots. Well, I mean, I guess they're getting him. They need a fullback now, I guess. So, per report, today, the NFL will investigate why the Bengals didn't have QB Joe Burrow listed on their injury report prior to the hashtag Ravens game. Per Adam Schefter, Burrow was seen on a team social media post with something on his wrist which they deleted. So, they're going to investigate this, and if they knew he was injured. They thought they did something that nobody would notice this, but somehow somebody noticed this. This cameraman's better than freaking TMZ. But yeah, they found this, and they posted a video showing his injury, then deleted it to try and hide it. So they're going to investigate this, and I pointed this out in the recap last night, that they could investigate this, and the NFL will investigate it. What will they do? Don't know, but you can't hide injuries. So maybe, I don't know what will happen, but if anything does happen, I'll probably do another NFL video. So a new docu-series is coming out called The Dynasty, New England Patriots. It's set to feature Tom Brady, Robert Kraft, and Belichick. It will be a 10-part, and Kraft said, "We were coming near the end, and I was just trying to hold it together the best I could." More evidence that Belichick's best days are behind him. But I don't know if Seahawks fans will want to watch that goal line interception again in this docu-series. But I think it's good. I mean, it's one of the greatest runs in NFL history. Hate them or love them, even if you didn't like Tom Brady. There's not really been a more dominant run that I can think of. Unless it's back in the day, that I can't really think off the top of my head. But yeah, that's gonna happen. Breaking, the hashtag Browns came out this morning, some news. The Browns will host veteran QB Joe Flacco per that rap sheet with the Deshaun Watson season-ending injury. The Browns are still looking for answers, and Flacco might be it. I mean, it's cool, I guess, but I don't know about Joe Flacco. So we had some breaking news last night after an injury to Mark Andrews. Hashtag Ravens Pro Bowl tight end Mark Andrews is likely out for the season, according to coach John Harbaugh, or Jim Harbaugh, excuse me. But they might. I don't know if the NFL needs to ban this type of tackle, like the hip drop tackle. But I don't know what the defensive defenders are supposed to do. It's kind of a normal tackle. It's just fast play. It's going to happen here and there. It happens. So we had some good news for the hashtag Bengals quarterback Cam Taylor-Britt, who left last night's game with a quad injury. Is considered day-to-day. Sources say they have 10 days until their next game. While all eyes are on the Joe Burrow injury, at least since he didn't lose its standout cornerback. So it's some good news about Cam Taylor-Britt. They're one of their best corner, in my opinion. It's only considered day-to-day injury, but people are more focused on the Joe Burrow injury, which is completely understandable. He's their franchise quarterback, but at least they're not losing Cam Taylor-Britt. The Titans said at Nissan today are announcing they've reached an agreement on a 20-year exclusive naming rights partnership that brings the new Titans home venue as Nissan Stadium. This is an exciting news. So Chargers wide receiver Keenan Allen went from not practicing Wednesday due to his shoulder injury to being a limited participant yesterday in practice. So he'll probably play. Just trying to not, risk an injury again and go in practice or something. Oh, we talked about Noah Brown with a knee injury. He has a knee injury. Yesterday he didn't practice. He's out for the game. Dameon Pierce and Jimmy Ward with ankle and hamstring injuries did not practice yesterday, so it's going to look like another week of Devin Singletary for Houston. So Panthers head coach Frank Wright said he is starting. He's resuming the team's play calling duty starting Sunday with Dallas. Jesus Christ, our defense is going to tear that Carolina offense apart. And he said doesn't believe the change is a big deal. The play calling still will be collaborative, and he estimated the offense will only be about 10% different. Well, yeah, it's going to be like slant routes. And also, Panthers tie-in Hayden Hurst as a concussion protocol, making his status for Sunday's game versus Cowboys uncertain. And we were going to win anyways, so it doesn't matter. Matt Aberfluss said Justin Fields is, quote, progressing well in Chicago and plans to start him Sunday versus Detroit, so it looks like he's going to be back. But yeah, that's really all the NFL to talk about, so until next month, peace.